So you're thinking about moving to Granbury. Today we're at the Granbury Square and we're going to be discussing the pros and cons, the good and the bad about living here in Granbury. If this is your first time to the channel, be sure to click that subscribe button and press that bell for notifications so you'll be the first to know about the market changes here in Granbury, Texas. We get calls, texts, and emails from people just like you every day that are thinking about relocating here to Granbury, Texas. And so whether you're relocating next week, next month, or maybe next year, feel free to give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. We'd love the chance to chat with you and connect. So today we're going to be talking about pros and cons. Good, the bad, the yin and the yang about moving to Granbury, Texas. So let's start with the pros. Pros are fantastic scenic views here that are some of the best in the state of Texas. It's been voted Granbury the best historic small town for several years in a row, and it's one of the reasons why Granbury has had such explosive growth in terms of population. It's been going on for many years now, and it also provides a lot of opportunities for growth and things of that sort. Lake Granbury is one of the big commodities and features that people look to explore and enjoy while they're here visiting the Granbury area. The Brazos River is a dammed up river, and where it's dammed up creates Lake Granbury. So Lake Granbury is going to be that part of the river that's dammed up that is part of the central part of Granbury. So the lake is a fantastic place for jet skis, renting boats, or buying boats. So we have a lot of homes that are on the lake, boat docks, and just a great place. Obviously, there's some fishing and things of that sort as well. We do have folks that will go canoeing, that will go out just for exercise. We have a little sandy beach that we're going to see in some of the drone footage that I can show you, and much besides. There's lots of other things, cool things to take a look at as far as scenic views. Second, Granbury is very affordable compared to many of the other areas. Granbury is much more affordable on property taxes compared to like Tarrant County, Dallas County, and such. Much to be preferred in terms of the lower tax rates. In addition to those three things, Granbury is known for being one of the more hospitable places and locations. People that move here from California, from Oregon, Montana, even New York, will talk about how much more hospitable the people are. It's just friendly folks that you're going to run into most of the time when you're around town, especially if you're on the square at some of the restaurants and things. Just a very friendly staff, very friendly people. So it's one of the things that people really look forward to when they're relocating here. Jumping into some of the cons, what are some of the negatives? Well, Granbury and Hood County has been one of the fastest growing counties in the state, and even in the country. With that being such a small town, the infrastructure has struggled to keep up. To the point where there was a moratorium put on wastewater. So there was a moratorium put in place, so there's no new permitting going on within the city limits for wastewater. So if you wanted to build a home, you can't hook up to the city's sewer system with new permitting. So there is permitting that was done years ago that has been approved, that has continued to be built out. But there was a moratorium put on that, and so it has limited some of the growth. There is lots of financial opportunities that have been hindered because the city is not in a place to provide adequate water and wastewater options for people. So in one way, Granbury has been very responsible by not hurting the people that are already here and putting a stop on any of those new permitting. So it was a very responsible thing. So we, as the citizens here in Granbury, we haven't had any issue. But people that are looking to build and develop communities, that has caused a problem. It's caused a shortage of inventory. We don't have enough homes available, enough homes, enough neighborhoods being developed. Part of that is due to that moratorium. So another thing, the explosive growth in population has led to some problems with traffic. I'm going to do a Granbury map video that will be very helpful for outlining some of these things. Be sure to check that out. That's a huge thing to look at because it's going to give you from a map view how to understand the city. And if I was looking at at this, I would say that would be the more helpful video for me, because I like to look at the map to figure out how we're positioned and how we relate to the Metroplex. So be sure to check that video out. We're also going to do a vlog tour where we're going to be driving around the area, looking at some different price points around the Granbury Square. So be sure to check that video out as well. So third con when we look at Granbury is going to be job opportunities. If you are looking at the jobs, there's going to be many more jobs available in Fort Worth, in Dallas, in Keller, in Crowley, in Burleson than there is in Granbury. Even Weatherford is going to have more opportunities, more job opportunities. And so a lot of people will have to travel and commute. That's where the traffic comes in and becomes maybe a deterrent that maybe it's hard to overcome. So those are several things to really take a look at and consider when you're making the decision of whether you want to relocate here to Granbury. So one more thing that I would like to do is I'm going to share my screen, and I have some drone footage that I want to go over with you and point out a few things. So here is drone footage of the Granbury Square, and obviously that is the courthouse, beautiful courthouse here. There's lots of restaurants. I'm going to do a little short walkthrough where you can see some of those restaurants here in just a moment. But I wanted to point out a couple of things from where we're at here. So key thing that I wanted to show, Granbury Square, how does it relate to Lake Granbury? What is the location in its relation to the lake? So here you're going to see that the Granbury Square is sitting right next to the main body of Lake Granbury. You can see here, here's the lake here, that's the main body of the lake. And then in addition to that, this is going to be Highway 377. You're going to have Walmart right here. You're going to have a Starbucks that's right over here. A lot of the shopping and things, especially groceries and Lowe's, Home Depot, and all of that, it's going to be on that main little strip there of Highway 377. This is where a lot of the tourists are going to come. They're going to come to the square. They're going to visit some of the restaurants. There's a Hilton Hotel right up there. So this is going to be the main spot for tourists. This is where you're going to have lots of cool things to go and check out. So this, I thought, was worth the time of doing a little bird's eye view of the square so you could see it. Again, be sure to check out the vlog and the map tour. Those are two that are going to be helpful for you getting a little bit better idea of kind of the feel of Granbury. And again, just want to remind you, we get calls, texts, and emails from people just like you every day that are thinking about relocating here to Granbury. So whether that be next week, next month, or next year, feel free to reach out to us. We're going to put all of our information right here below. Send me an email, shoot me a text, or give me a call. Feel free to do that anytime. And if I don't hear from you, I hope to see you around town sometime.